Alright, I'll wait until a couple people get on, and then we'll get into it. We'll wait until a couple people hop on. Gosh, this tripod is so annoying. Actually, I'm gonna change it. Hi, Foxtrot Aviation. We're doing models. Oh, this tripod. Why can't you listen to audio? Oh, wait. I guess you can't hear me. Why? Oh, this tripod. This tripod is the most annoying thing ever. And I don't want to put it on the floor because it'll shake even more. Maybe... Actually, no, I don't want to do that. You're going to watch me struggle with this for a couple minutes. That's how it is every time. Okay, there, I think we got it. Okay, well, I guess we'll just get into it. We have two of these big boxes, from Final Approach Collectables. So, I'll just start, what I'll start doing is I'll cut open the boxes, and then we'll, get into it and open them. Oh, this tripod. This is the worst tripod, I swear. Okay. I'll just open it and get out the first one. Okay. Okay, here's a sneak preview, look at the box before we open everything, so just start chucking the paper aside. Okay, I guess we'll start with this one. Let me put you down back over here. Oh, this is stupid. Tripod. I might have to figure out something else for this. This might not be good enough for me. Drives me crazy. Hold on just a second. Let me see if this might be better. Hi, if you're just hopping on, say hi. We're doing model unboxings, and I'm trying to figure out this stupid tripod again. If you know anything about these live streams, this tripod is always a pain. I have it, like, wrapped on my desk right now. This is the best thing I got. I'm gonna tilt it down a little. We'll get it eventually. Okay. So the first one we're gonna do is this one. And of course it's too low now. So this is the NG Models Delta 737 900ER. So what I did is Final Approach Collectables was trying to clear out a bunch of his 1-200 stuff. So, he gave me an excellent deal. I would definitely recommend him. He's getting lots of 400 stuff in soon. So I'd heavily recommend going to his shop. Let's see, so let me get the landing gear out. These are all brand new. Okay, just a second. Oh my gosh, I hate these landing gear covers. My stick. Okay. Bro, I know 0 people watching. So good. I sent it out to everyone. Well, hopefully more of them will join later. Okay. So this first one, the Delta 737 900 NG models. I really like this one. This one's really nice looking. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this. I just kind of thought it would be a cool idea. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just spin the model around and then put it back in the box and put it away for the next one. So that's the Delta 737 900ER. And we have the NG card too. If you don't know about that, it's cool. So that was the Delta 737 900ER NG models. Let me get out the next one just a second. So that was that one. Hi, Supra. We just got done with the first one. This was this one. Anyway, now we're moving on to the second one. Do you want to see the box? If you're still here, Supra, do you want to see the box? This is the box of all the stuff. We have 2 of these big, huge boxes. So I don't know how long we're going to be doing this, but it might be forever. We'll see. Yeah, they're huge boxes. I walked out on my porch and I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. This next one is retro one. It's Iberia 757. This is limited edition of 144 pieces. What do you mean? How did I get it in? Iberia. Oh, I carried it through my door. They look a lot better. They look a lot bigger than they actually are. Whoa. Crazy. Foxtrot, are you listening to audio now? Okay, there's that one. Iberia from Spain. I love this. I love this livery. It's really pretty. I like this one better than their new one. Okay. So we're done with that one. This airplane sits on a shelf. It's a model. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean like what did the actual version of the airplane do? Oh, there's 3 people on. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. It kind of just sits on the shelf. Yeah, it is. It's collectible. This is our next one. Looks exactly the same as the 900ER for pretty much everyone. Yeah, it should fly me around, don't you think? It should be a private jet. Yeah, it should fly me around, I think. Yeah, it turns into a giant plane. I guess I'm gonna take that as a no, that Foxtrot Aviation still can't listen to audio. Okay, so this is our next one. The one with the landing gear. It still says there's 2 people. I don't know who the other person is. If you're in here, say hi. Delta 737-800. This one has like all the tiny little stuff above the door. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. I really like those tiny little details. Delta 737-900ER. Yeah, it should open and you can see all the people inside. They would make that even more expensive. These are expensive already. That would make it insanely expensive. There are a lot of like ones that have clear parts to them so that they made like an interior in it, but these aren't one of them. Oh wow, it's Delta. Okay, one last time. Foxtrot Aviation, can you hear me? Are you listening to audio or no? I'm pretty sure it's a no. Whatever. Okay. This is our next one. What is what? What do you mean Supra? Oh my gosh, HXD. Not yet. Not already. Okay. So we've already gone through a bunch of models. Oh my gosh. This is already chaos. Okay. This next one is Eastern 757. This is already starting off chaotic. Apparently it doesn't want to open. Supra. Can you ask Foxtrot Aviation when he's going to stop being able to not listen to audio? Because I can't open the chat and type it out. At some point, we're just going to stop responding. Okay. Okay, Eastern 757-200. Eastern 757. This one's pretty, very shiny. Anyway. Yeah, it is shiny. What are you up to, Supra? My gosh. This is already so chaotic. We're not even like 20 minutes in yet. Okay. Let's see what our next one is. Oh. Another Delta. This one's another 737. Nice. What did you make? Hold on, I'm going to share this to one more person. Just a second. Oh, nice. That sounds good. Just a second. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, okay. I don't even know why I'm trying to talk to you. Hold on, I'm trying to find the landing gear. So all the landing gear comes in this annoying package. Yeah, and a push pin. It's to get it out. It's to get, like, so they have, like, covers instead of, like, see how the stuff you can just, like, pop it in? Sorry, this is a terrible example. It just, like, pops in. They have another thing that covers this up, and the push pin is to get that out. Because it's hard to get out otherwise. Delta 737 700. These ones are retired. They retired them a while ago. Hold on, I'm going to share this to one more person. I'm sorry. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry if it keeps cutting out. Okay. That should be the last person I send this stuff to. Oh my gosh. I really wish Foxtrot could hear me. They're special, is what they are. U.S. Air Force. Hold on, let me zoom out again. Ugh. The zoom on this YouTube live is the most annoying thing ever. That's as good as it's going to get. So, there's that one. Gotta try to get the stupid landing gear out again. These ones are the most annoying ones with the landing gear that come out. I don't really like them with the landing gear that come out. They're not my favorite. Okay. That was faster than the last one. Okay, bye. See you in a minute. If you're in the live, say hi. Don't forget to like the live. Oh, this zoom is terrible. Okay. U.S. Air Force 737 or C... What do they call it? C-40? I like this one. This one's cool. It's interesting how many antennas it has. This one's pretty cool. Okay. On to the next one. Yeah, well, for me, the ones with the removable landing gear always get lost. I always lose the landing gear, especially with the Gemini 737s. Those are so bad because they don't have magnets or anything. It's just like friction. And then those little pieces get worn down and it falls out. Okay, do you want to see more? So I got two variants of this. They have different tail numbers. So I have this tail number, which is the one we just looked at, and I have another one of these. I don't really know if you want to see it. Actually, I'll just open it anyway. Why not? So this one has a different tail number. Oh, getting out of this bag. I wish they separated it. so that you didn't have to dig through the bag. And so I'm really particular with the ones I collect, whereas I only collect like 1/200 ones with gear. I don't really care for the ones without gear. That's why on my Whatnot show I auctioned off a bunch of the Darren ones without gear that I didn't really care for. This is a different tail number. I thought I'd just get this one out of the way. So different tail number, exactly the same, just different tail number. I think I might have actually seen this exact one at Bakersfield when I was departing there one time. It was pretty cool. So the only one of these aircraft in this oh my gosh, in this livery I haven't seen is Air Force One, of course, and it always comes to like LAX or something. Last time it came to LAX the day after I left. So annoying. And I got all these a really good deal from Final Approach Collectables. I have a code for him if you ever wanted to get anything from there. It's on my last video. I honestly don't remember what it is. It's on the last long form video, I believe. So that was the other C-40. And then we have another U.S. Air Force. I thought this one was super interesting. This is one of the only C-32s with the blank livery. And what's so weird is some of these boxes have white foam and then the others have black foam. I've noticed most of the 757s have black foam. I don't know why. Alright, so one thing I had with NG models, fortunately this hasn't happened yet on this, but one thing I had a problem with them was the fact that they give you always the wrong landing gear. Like on a 737, I got 757 landing gear. Hi, Supra. This is another U.S. Air Force one. This one's really, really exciting. See, there's so much to it. So it almost looks like one of the JC Wings blanks. The only thing that's really different is the fact that it has that U.S. flag. Actually, I think that might be the only thing. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that that's the only thing that isn't on a blank version. Is that American flag. And it's weird because there's no tail number at all. Even usually the military ones have that. Anyway, it's kind of weird. Anyway, super, super exciting one. The box is cooler than the actual model. Oh, the wrapper. Oh, this zoom. No, we haven't yet. Foxtrot had to leave later, and then we didn't really talk about it, and we've been busy. I'll probably design those tonight or something soon. The nice thing is I got almost all my homework. I only have one thing left for this week, and then I'm done for the whole week. Except obviously I still have to go to school, but our next one is another Eastern. This is a DC-8. This is 156 limited edition, 156 pieces. And this is the closest thing we're going to get to a wide body for a little bit. They had to put it in the wide body size box because it's huge. It's super long. See how long this is? This is a really, really cool one. I love the DC-8. Yeah, they didn't have any, so, Supra, you know how that is. They didn't put there's no practices this time, so it's super easy. Eastern DC-8. I only have to unlock that CST, the history CST. She wants me to write more about it, but I don't really want to, so I might just have her unlock it. So Eastern DC-8. This is the DC-863, so the long version. This thing is, like, incredibly long. Every time I see one in model form, I'm like, geez. So that was that one. This one is really cool. This one is going to be displayed. I also have an Air Jamaica one, which is really cool. The Air Jamaica one is my favorite. And with my homework, I'm like, I already write so much for those practices that I'm like, I don't really want to write more, you know? All right. Should we do a wide body? Let's do a wide body. This one, I love this one. Before it gets stuck. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. So I'll just take it out and show you. This one is also super shiny. Let me move this box down. Aeromexico DC-10. This one's really cool. Oh, hold on. Let me zoom out just a second. Ugh. Sorry, I'm trying not to make you sick. Okay. This one is really cool. I love this one. I love the orange. Got the Mexican flag, Aeromexico, on the side, and then more flags, the tail number. Maybe I'll just start doing this more in depth. So the guy, I actually have no clue if it's based off of some real guy. The third engine on the tail number, and then Aeromexico. This is their old one. Okay, bye. That was the Aeromexico DC-10. I really like this one. This one is definitely going to go on display too. This was in flight, limited to 168 pieces by Supra. If you can come back later, come back later. I'm sure I'll be on here for a while. Yeah, we're not even close to through the first box. Oh, no, you're okay. So we've made it through about halfway of the first box. And then don't forget we have a second box too. So we'll be on here for a little bit. Ugh. Alright. American 737-800 in the, what do they even call this livery? I don't remember its actual name. Anyway, this one is super cool. I love this one. This one's limited to 156 pieces. Which is crazy to think about that it's 156 pieces because I see these things everywhere. Oh, no, no worries. I'll tell you everything you missed tomorrow. Just kidding. I'll list every single one you missed. This one's weird. I've never seen these before. It's clear things to remove the landing gear. Gotta dig out the landing gear again. Sorry, I don't know if you could hear that, but we have guys who ride down our road with bikes, and it's super, super loud. And they go full speed down the road, and the bikes are just so loud. It's annoying. Okay. This one is really cool. I always love the polished liveries. I'm glad American kept one of these 737s in this livery. I don't think it's this exact one, but American 737-800 old livery. Okay, let me know in the chat if we should do Flight Simulator after I'm done. This one's a pretty cool one. Although one thing I've noticed, one thing I've noticed with in-flight is the fact that their tails on their 737s are not as good, especially on the 737 MAX 8s. Those are not as good as the Gemini ones. They're definitely not as accurate, which is something I'm kind of shocked about. Because usually in-flight does a better job on everything else. Okay, on to our next one. This one is an old one, like old. I love the ones where I don't have to dig for the landing gear. Okay, this is a PSA 727-200. This one's interesting because it's not the 70s one, but this one, or it probably is the 70s one. It's not the super colorful one, but it still has the smiley face, which is super cool. This is my first PSA 727-200. It's pretty cool. Not as exciting as the other final PSA livery, but these are pretty cool. Just a second. Had to change the music. I didn't really care for that song. Alright, on to our next one. If you're in here, say hi in the chat. I only really started to get into retro planes like last year. But they're actually pretty cool. No, these models are not ones you have to glue together. These ones are just... So, I have a partnership with someone who sells these. Usually like Gemini jets. We're almost done with the first box. We have 2 more or something in here. So, I have 2 of these big boxes. There's another one down there. But, they're not. They're die cast. I've been collecting these for about, what, since 2018. It's almost 8 years. They're pretty fun. I've tried to build the model kits like a million times, and it never works out. I'm like just... And I'm like so convinced I'm doing super good. I spend a bunch of time on it, and then it comes out terrible. And I'm like, how are you doing this so good to the point where it looks like one of these models? And these are obviously more expensive than model kits, but for me, it's worth it. So I'm honestly not sure how you would get chrome like this on a plastic model. I'm sure there's a way. This is the American One World 767 in the old livery. This one is one I've wanted for a while. American One World 767. This one's pretty cool. Oh, there we go. It's so weird. So, obviously, I wasn't really into aviation. I got into aviation in 2018. And so I wasn't really in aviation when there was a bunch of the American... Like, I wasn't plane spotting or anything. American new livery, current livery, 767s and 757s. So, whenever I see one, it looks so weird. So my friend, I don't know if you were in here to hear this, but my friend was trying to clear out some of his 1-200 stuff, so I was like, well, and we made a good deal with him, so that's how I ended up with these, so. I was thinking about doing a retro airport with a bunch of retro jets. Like a proper airport that stays up all the time. But for me, what's hard is that I struggle with trying to find the planes that are supposed to fly together. Oh, hi. How are you? We're doing model unboxings. What I was saying about the retro airport. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, what's funny is, so I make, obviously, model airports, if you've seen my stuff. And I use a bunch of, we have a local model train store, and I go there and get a bunch of the N-scale stuff. It's the closest, and it works super well. What I was saying about the retro jets is, what I struggle with is, since I wasn't alive at that time, I don't know what was flying. Like, I could tell you what's flying right now, and I could build an airport, like I have built airports with the stuff that's currently flying because I've seen it before. But like with the retro planes, I wouldn't know what was flying, and it's hard to figure out what was flying because there's not a ton of pictures like there are now. You see what I mean? United 7878 in the Evo blue livery. I love the 787 with the Evo blue livery. It's pretty. So that was the United 7878. If you want to see another one that you saw before, I can show it for longer. They are huge. I feel like they look a lot bigger on this one because it's so short. Fuselage is so short. So we're almost done. This is my the next one is my last one in this box. Again, if you want to see one that I showed for longer, I can. Let me just get rid of this box. Just a second. Okay. So our next one is cool too. Obviously, I guess they're all cool because I ordered them. Let me see if anyone said anything. No. Okay, good. These ones are separated. Look at this is so convenient. Just this is separated, and then the landing gear covers are separated. I love when they do that. Makes it so much easier. And these are like literally brand new. Like I got them in and took them over to this room and started opening them on this. This one is super cool. I always thought it would be cool to fly on like an A310, which is what our next thing is. This is an Eastern A310. And if you know the history of the A310, I got this one because Eastern was the first operator of it. Or was the first US operator. This one's a really cool one. Eastern's livery is just, I love it. Especially on the A310. We unboxed a DC-8 earlier. That was super cool. If you were here for that. Alright, so that was the last one for the first box. But we still have a whole nother box. And then I think he told me that I have a couple 3D design deck stuff coming in later. Like in a later shipment, because if you know anything about 3D design deck, they take literally forever to ship anything. So I might make a separate live just opening those 3. And then we'll do like Flight Simulator and stuff. So we're on to the second box now. This is where the majority of Gemini Jet stuff is. So I don't know if any of you have heard of this. They're kind of a newer manufacturer. I'm not 100% sure of the family tree of this company, but they have like, I believe this is the same people who own SQ Wings, if you're familiar. Now, ironically, we are going to open El Al and Iran Air back to back. Because that's just what's on top, ironically. So these are, yeah, I'm like 99% sure this is SQ Wings, like a subsidiary of SQ Wings. So this is Legacy Jets. They're a newer company. the landing gear comes in these kind of packaging. And all the things come with a card. I love the things that come with a card. It gives you all the stats on the plane. This is an MD-11. For the longest time, I actually did not know El Al operated one of these. Or actually operated any of these. And this is obviously their older livery. Just a second. Wow, I've already been doing this for 40 minutes. That's crazy. Let me close this back up so I don't lose anything. Okay. Let me put these landing gear on it. Does anyone have any plans for the week? Anything interesting? Alright, here it is. Allow MD-11. Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, I was thinking about, well, obviously not now. We were thinking about it a little while ago, going to the Middle East and doing some stuff there, but obviously that won't be currently. Eventually, though. LL MD-11. This is a cool one. Legacy wings. Or legacy jets. Sorry about the annoying bikes outside again. So this is MD-11. This one's a pretty cool one. Yeah, I love the tri-jets. I think you missed did you miss the Aeromexico DC-10 earlier? If so, I might have to show you that one. Again, that one's pretty cool. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, so that was Legacy Jets MD-11. LL. I love that one. That one is going to be displayed too. I'm sorry, DC-10, Aeromexico. I might as well show you the Eastern DC-8 too. So this is one of the later produced DC-10s because it has the third landing gear underneath. I believe the original series was produced without it, and then they added it later as it got closer to the MD-11. It's amazing. I love it. And it's not really, the lighting isn't really doing it justice. It's kind of, it's super pretty orange. Got the Mexican flag. I can tell you what its name is. Its name is Castillo de Chapultepec. Oh, that was a stroke reading that. Don't come at me for my terrible Spanish there. Aeromexico DC-10. This one I love this one. I have a couple Mexicana DC-10s too. I was thinking about making like a retro Mexico City or something like that. But again, I run into that same problem with the retro jets. I don't know what was flying at that time because I never visually saw it, and there's not very many pictures. Well, not very many pictures of a whole bunch of things together. I'd have to do a bunch of research beforehand. And I'm not 100% sure what the terminals look like. I know they were mostly like the round concourses instead of the more boxy ones we have now. And I'd have to choose a time frame. I'll show you the DC-8 too, the DC-8 63 as well, the Eastern. Again, this one I love too. It always shocks me to see how long the DC-8 63s are. So this is Eastern DC-8 63. This one's really cool. It's crazy how long this one is. Look at, there's like zero room for a tail strike. To avoid a tail strike. Love the Eastern livery. really cool. I got this one from him in, what was it, January or something. I'll show you it in just a second. I got it from the same person. I feel like I feel like I heard of the Volaris. Here, let me look it up. I can look it up. I feel like there was a Ghostbusters livery for Volaris at one point, but I could be 100% wrong. They do a lot of that kind of movie promotion special liveries. They did one for Wicked, which I think might still be fine. They did one with DC. They did a bunch of stuff. Let me look it up real quick. Oh yeah, and then the DC-8. Well, that's loading. The DC-8 that I bought earlier. I'm really bummed this one got retired. Samaritan's Purse, DC-8. This one was really cool too. I'll just show it. And then Ghostbusters. So, I don't know if any of you are like fans of Stranger Things or anything, but they did. Yeah, it is cool, actually. I've never seen that one before. Yeah, that's really cool. I want that one, but they don't make that one. Maybe I'll custom make one. So what I do is that sometimes I have like this sticker printer, and what I'll do is I'll find like one, like a photo like this that's almost directly from the side. Obviously not this terrible resolution, but I'll like cut it out and print it out and put it on the side of one of mine. Maybe I'll do that with this one. This one's pretty cool. I don't think it flies anymore though. Anyway, hi.
Hi.
Do you need something?
I'm gonna go to the grocery store.
Okay.
Do you want anything? What about
Could you get more bananas?
do I get more?
Bananas?
I can get more bananas. Are you hungry? Do you want, what do you want? Cheeseburgers?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was talking to my mom. I'll show you the Samaritan's Purse. This one is not in this unboxing. I got it from the same guy. There's a little gnat in here. Samaritan's Purse DC-8. I love this one. I really wish. I think they completely retired it now. I think it's in somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I don't think they fly it anymore. And I was really hoping to be able to see it flying. It's really cool. But now the next ones I want to see are their 757 and their 767. But this one is, as soon as I saw In-Flight made this one, I snatched it up. That one is one of my favorites. And again, I wish I saw it. And I think they were inviting like influencers and stuff to fly on it, which would I have known, I probably would have tried to sign up. Okay, we're back to this again. We'll stick with the retros for now. This one is an in-flight limited to 156 pieces like the other ones. I have to dig out the landing gear again. Sorry if it shakes ever so often. Trying to see the comments because they don't stay up. Okay. This one I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I have a model of this aircraft type yet. So this might be a first for this aircraft type, which is crazy. This is the United Tulip 757. I'm sorry, 757. 737-500. It's a very interesting. I love the Tulip livery. I'm very, very disappointed in United that they didn't. I was so hoping for them to make a retro livery with this on it, on like a 777 or something, on like a 777-200, because I'm pretty sure. So your friend is a good Ghostbusters fan then. This one's cool. Obviously, I mean, I need to stop saying that, because every single one, oh, this is cool, this is cool. I'm like, obviously, because I ordered it. If it was dumb, I wouldn't have ordered it. Actually, I guess I can't be saying that, because I bought the Carvairs. If you don't know what that is, look up Carvair. And then you'll see exactly why it looks stupid. I'm going to move to a wide body for now. This will go excellent with the LL. This is a Gemini, so it's going to take a little more time to get it out of the box. Actually, I could just show you the Carvair. Should I go get it? I have a couple. Let me know if you want me to go get the Carvair. I'm that way but with airplane and airline stuff. Okay, like I said earlier, this one will go excellently with the LL. Technically, okay, so this is so crazy to me. They operated this aircraft until 2014. This was built in 1979. They operated this until 2014. Just think about that. Think about how long that is to keep an aircraft in service. See? Excellent. It'll go excellently with the LL. Iran Air 747-100B. So I believe the B variant it just has more windows added. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure the upper deck, it just has more maximum takeoff weight. It has a higher maximum takeoff weight, and it has the same upper deck as a 747-200. So essentially, it is a 747-200, but it's a 747-100 at the same time. Don't think about it too much. Oh wait, its engine popped off. Hold on. So this one has a little bit of damage to the side. I will tell him that, just to let him know, but I'm not too picky. I can fix it. I don't want to say I'm a pro at fixing it, but yeah, not 100% sure if they ever flew to the US, but again, I'll fix that engine. It's pretty accurate to their real planes. Let's leave that there. It's pretty accurate to the real planes. I feel like this side got a little beaten in the box. That's okay though. Again, I'll fix it and I'll just let him know. Iran Air, obviously they're from Iran. I just thought this one was pretty cool, and it came realistically. Engine falling off, a little bit of wing damage. It's pretty normal. Okay, I will. I will just leave this out for now. Does anyone in here know if Iran Air ever flew to the U.S.? I think they did when Iran was safe for the U.S. for U.S. citizens to go to back in like the 80s, I want to say. Let me know if anyone knows if Iran Air flew to the U.S. ever. I'm not sure if they even had the range to fly that far yet. And it's so crazy because, so you know how I mentioned the 747-200? Iran Air still operates a couple of those as cargo aircraft. It's so crazy to me. Those planes were built in the 80s, and they're still operating. And just think about how old that is and how long the aircraft has been in service. Because on the old spectrum of U.S. carriers, United 777s that are 30-year-old are old. This next one is another Gemini wide body. Okay, good. So, I don't like flaps down. Yeah, a lot of planes end up in Africa. So So it's the same thing with a lot of the kind of countries that have a lot of sanctions. North Korea, a lot of the Middle East countries. Well, not a lot. I want to say some African countries, or some countries that are too poor to get new planes, like Cuba gets sanctions too. So the majority of the planes they operate are old planes that they had before the sanctions, if you see what I mean. This one's Air France Cargo 777F. This one's pretty cool. I need to stop saying that. So essentially, they get a bunch of old planes because they can't purchase new ones. It's the same thing with. That's why Air Koryo, North Korea's airline, doesn't have any new planes. They're all old Soviet planes. And they could buy, in theory, they could buy the C909 because that's completely made in China, except for the engines. The engines aren't made in China. So if China can get the engines made, yeah, that's cool. That's also another reason. That's another thing that they can't get. But if China can end up making their own engines for the C909, then North Korea could, in theory, operate that plane. Same with Russia. If Russia was able to operate or get engines for their plane, they could do that. Wait, what? Wait, isn't the MC-21 Russia's plane now? Because I knew they did the Sukhoi Superjet for a while, and I think that's out of production. Now they're working on the MC-21 or something like that. That was the Air France 777F. We'll go back to wide bodies for a little bit because I think there's only one more wide body. But the rest are Gemini jets. I'm sorry, the rest are not Gemini jets. There's a couple that aren't Gemini jets. I'm pretty sure this is the rarest plane on the planet right now. This is one I'm pretty sure no AvGeek has ever seen. Okay, never mind. I'm not ever going to use that word again. I don't like that word. That word, ugh. AvGeek. No, I'm good. Again, this is one. Hi, Supra. This is one I'm pretty sure no one in the world has ever seen. It's pretty rare. Let me get the landing gear on real quick. This one's extremely rare nowadays. Never mind if I can't ever get the landing gear on. Extremely rare. No one's ever seen one. Southwest 737-700. This would go perfectly along with the any E175. I'm pretty sure no one's ever seen an E175 either. They're pretty rare. So Southwest 737-700. Extremely rare. Okay, one thing that drives me crazy about this, about what the model people do, what the model manufacturers do, is so Gemini Jets made a Southwest 737-700 back in like 2015 when they first got their new livery. And then they never made one until last year. And the only reason they made one last year was because another manufacturer made one. And I'm like, are you kidding? You had like 10 years to do this, and you made it and I already had a bunch of the other ones. And another thing that drives me crazy is I keep asking every time I go to the Gemini Jets airplanes or the Gemini Jets store in Vegas. Every time I ask the Gemini Jets people, the owner, I ask him, can you please do another Alaska 737 MAX 9 and another Alaska 737-900ER in the current livery? And they have not done it yet. Instead, they make stuff that no one wants. And I love Gemini's models. They're pretty good. They're really good in 200 scale, but that's one thing that drives me crazy is they keep making stuff no one asked for. Like this release, they're making a Gemini 200 Air India 777X. I'm pretty sure no one in the planet has asked for that. Anyway, this is a United Express Embraer, another super rare one. United Express Embraer 175 in the Evo Blue. Another excellent model. I already have a bunch of these. So this one's another good addition. This is another thing. This is another one that drives me crazy for a while. They made one of these a really long time ago, and it got super expensive. And then they finally made one like 6 years after it. And so I started trying to buy a bunch of the other ones because I'm like, they're never going to make another one of these. And then they made it like a month after. Okay, so... Ugh. Which one? Which Malaysia Air one? Oh, like the MH370 777 that crashed, the one that they still haven't found, even though they did another search. Yeah, that one, they only make that model, and they make it in a special box in 1/400 scale. I do 1/200 scale. But I'm pretty sure that one's a popular one. It comes with like a special box that says, "Where is MH370?" or something. I don't have it because, okay, so I used to do 400 scale for a little bit. The only one I have that's 400 scale is the Global A380 because I flew on that one. Yeah, I was a 777. This is a Midwest 717 200. This one's pretty cool. But yeah, the MH370, I think that was a, geez, what was it? I think it was a NG Models release. I don't know. How many people fit like this one? Like this size one? This airplane? Or the one that crashed? Zero on this one because no one actually fits in there. But on the real plane, I think it's around 120. I want to say. And then the one that crashed, I don't know what the configuration on Malaysia's were, but I think it had 300 seats. I could be wrong. I could look it up, but I was debating whether I should save this one till the end, but I think we'll just open it right now. So I got this one because a while ago they released these, and they ended up releasing 2 versions, and then I didn't get the second version. This one is the Virgin Galactic. I don't even know what this aircraft is called. I have no clue. Does anyone know what the official name... Oh, we still haven't found the plane. Super, we still haven't found the plane. So, if anyone knows anything about this, Virgin is Virgin, and they wanted to try to, they wanted to try to introduce space travel to the public, and so this plane would take them up to high altitudes. Yeah, it was like 196 at the time, but yeah, this is a real plane. I'm not sure if it's flies anymore, but there's only one cockpit, so I'm sure it would be super weird flying this because you have to fly off center. But what I was saying is this flies up to, I don't remember what altitude, and then people would be sitting in this middle part, and it's a rocket, so it would detach and launch into space, and then it would fly back down, and it has its own like landing gear and stuff. So this is my second one of these. The first one I don't remember. I think it's in a different livery, but this one's pretty cool because it's obviously Virgin Galactic. Richard Branson wasting money on more stuff. But it has a cool underneath. Yeah, sounds really safe, doesn't it? This one's pretty cool because it has like the evolution of flight. It has a guy with wings, the Wright Flyer, biplanes, jets, and then the evolution to this, I guess, which I don't think if anyone knows, let me know. Does this still fly? I don't think it does. No, I would never. Well, okay. I would go on this part. I would not go on the space part. Space isn't really my thing. It freaks me out a little bit. This one is interesting. I knew as soon as I pulled out this thing, there would be a bunch of questions about it, but because it's super weird. Actually, I could look it up right now. Let me see. Let me see if it still flies. Let's just answer that question right now. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, Branson was, yeah. Let me look that up real quick. I think they don't, I'm pretty sure they don't fly anymore. Okay, so it's the official aircraft name is Scaled 339 Spaceship 2. And then, like, the middle one, and then the other one, 348 Mike Golf. And then I don't think it flies anymore. I honestly don't think it flies anymore. I think Virgin Galactic went under. Well, okay. Does everyone here realistically think that space travel this way would be feasible? I mean, you're flying the plane up to an altitude and then launching a spaceship from there, which, I mean, it does make a little sense because you're technically reducing the amount of fuel you need, but then you're also having to fly with more fuel. I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, I'm gonna put this on. Maybe I'll just leave this one in the background. I think this one should be in the background. It'll be in the background over here. Yeah, I think my brain exploded thinking about that too. Okay, we'll move back to Gemini jets. We'll move back to more normal looking things that'll be staring at you in the background for the whole rest of the time. Should I get out my second one? If I can get over to it. It's like stacked on the top shelf. Where is it at? You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna get it right now. One thing I like what Gemini's doing is with this size aircraft, they're doing more of this kind of stand, which I love this kind of stand so much better than their cheap plastic ones. Those cheap plastic and metal ones are so bad. If you ever have any 1/200 scale planes from Gemini jets, you know those stands. They break if you look at them. This one is another retro. I got a lot of retros in this lot. This one is the Frontier. I believe this is an MD-81. Frontier MD-81. This one works out perfectly. I just got the Frontier 737-200 in the same livery. It's pretty cool. Frontier MD-81. It's so crazy to me when I see airlines' old liveries. Is the Gemini one from Google? That's funny. Yeah, this is AI, Gemini AI. This brand was long before Gemini. This brand was around a lot longer than Gemini AI. Ugh. So I'm pretty sure this is so funny. So I'm actually not 100% sure about these. I think they released these on the same exact release. So this was the Frontier one, and then the next one I'm showing you is the Continental one. And I'm not sure 100% if Continental got one of Frontier's MD-81s and put it in their livery, or if Frontier got one of Continental's ones and just slapped their livery on it. I don't know. So this is the Continental. It's identical other than the Continental and the logo on the tail. Identical to the other one. So if you know whether this is actually Continental's livery or Frontier's livery, please let me know. Here, actually, I'll get out the other one and show you the comparison. Okay, look at this. That is so identical. Look at that. Because I know they did a bunch of that kind of stuff a while ago where they just took, yeah, it is very 70s. Because I know what a lot of them did, like Hawaiian leased out a couple of their planes to another airline, and they kind of kept that same thing. And then American leased one of their DC-10s to Hawaiian, and Hawaiian put their colors over the top, so the livery is almost identical. Super, super, super interesting. I guess we'll stick with the MD90s. Oh, good, you have headphones. We're almost done. I'm kidding. Wait, what the heck? Oh. I guess we'll stick with the MD80 series for now. Okay. This one, I have no clue what time period this is. From very possible that it's from... Currently don't know when, because it's like Saudia's older livery. Again, no clue, but MD90, pretty cool, Saudi Arabian MD90. Finally, that was terrible. What do you think of Saudia's livery? I like their new one better. Were you on here when I showed this off, Foxtrot? Yeah, it's interesting. Which one? The Saudia? Oh, yeah, that one. Okay. Virgin Galactic. Okay. This is Helvetic E190 E2. Oh, weird. This is Helvetic E190. This is my first E190 E2. That's mainly the reason I got it. It's kind of cool. It looks really short if you've seen it. I feel like... I actually think I do know why they designed it this way. Because if you look how much bigger the engines are than the other E1, than the other Embraers, E-Jets, I feel like they extended the back to kind of outweigh the engines. If you see what I mean. But those engines are huge for this. Embraer! Oh, the cross is from... So this airline is from Switzerland. And Switzerland's flag, yeah. Yeah, I know they are huge for it. I want to get a Binter. They made one, and then I didn't take the chance to get it. I should have gotten it, but I wasn't really into European airlines yet. Because after my trip from Spain, I made... If you know anything about my airports, you know East Oahu. That was originally... some random Spanish airport. We're down to our last couple, and then I don't think... And then I'll probably do another live. I have three other ones coming. Oh, I've broken so many on accident. Well, you should just suck it up and get it. Although it's like one of those things, like it's about time for Gemini to make a new one. But because you don't want to buy it because they might make a new one. I fix it. The majority of the ones I can fix, like the Iran Air 747 earlier, was broken. I fixed it. or well, I will fix it. It's a super easy fix, but when it breaks really bad, I have 3 planes out of my 1,200 of them that are broken beyond repair. Well, actually, they're not even broken beyond repair. They're broken to the point where I just need to get new pieces for them. Well, you should just do it. You should just do it. And if they make another one, then you can sell the other one and make your money back and get 2 of those. Do you see what I mean? Okay. I don't know. When I ordered these, I don't remember ordering this many retros, but that's pretty cool because I'm actually enjoying retros more and more. This is another Eastern. Eastern 727. I believe this is the 100. 727-100. Very, very shiny. Eastern 727-100. I love the shiny ones. Although the problem with the shiny ones is when they get dusty, you can immediately tell. I have a couple TWA ones that I have to clean every couple weeks. I know. Oh, I know. So they made that. I was talking about that earlier. I think it was before you had headphones, but I was talking about it and saying how they're making an Air India 777X. No one asked for that. No one asked for it. Why are you making it? Yeah, I know. A few months ago. What I did with the E175s with the United Evo Blue ones is you saw I got another one. I really don't need them, but I'm like, I need to stockpile them in case they become hard to find again, like the other ones. Because I know I'm not going to be able to find more, you know? And since I have that airport, I use a lot of Embraers. This next one is another retro. This one is Japan Airlines or JAL MD8 MD90 in their older livery. Yeah, it is good to duplicate regional jets. That's cool. I wonder if he was like hired by United to design all the liveries, because or if they chose like people to choose their next livery and then he just coincidentally won, or if he was chosen to do all of them. I know they do become expensive for reselling. Wait, they don't get to see anything? Oh, because of the engine? I know, it's stupid. So, it's so funny. On the... I don't remember what variant it was, but, they have the windows in front of the engines. And then on some of them, I think it's the DC-9s or something, and then they have an emergency exit right in front of the engine. Who thought that extremely smart idea up? Here, let's put an emergency exit in front of the engine so that if we crash and forget to shut off the engine, people will evacuate right in front of it. Huh, so smart. JLMD90. Oh, yeah, see on this side, see? Oh, yeah, let's evacuate through this exit and jump straight into the engine. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, they actually probably are the safest. That's so random. Okay, we are on... Should we do this? I'm gonna do this because it's less exciting, and we'll save the cool one for last. Okay, so if you know anything about my relationship with this model, I'll show you. Hold on. So if you know anything about my relationship with this model, you'll know that I customized a couple of them to be okay. So this kind of winglet, this is the only one that Gemini made for American, and they still haven't made the other kind that flies into SBP. And I'm like, I need that winglet for SBP. So I ripped the wings off of off of two of them and put other wings on. So I have two of these A319s, but with the other winglets. And I feel like those are some of my favorite models because I did customization to them. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Wait. Oh, wait, this is a different one. Wait. My bad. This is an older one. I actually don't have this one. Okay. This is a different one. I don't have this model. So I thought it was the same tail number. It's not. Yeah, it is worth a shot. It is worth a shot. American A319 with shark tips. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen one of these. Pretty common. And then this is my custom one. You can see the difference. That was the best I could do with it. And I hope they make another one of like this with that kind of winglet eventually. They probably won't though. The world will explode in millions of years and then they still wouldn't have made one of these. The planes will stop flying. Every single plane in the world will stop flying and then Gemini Jets will make one. And then it won't be of any use to me. Okay, so our last one is another Legacy Jets. You should do SPP. You can get it from Tarmac Designs. It's not that bad. It's actually not that bad price. This is our last one. And then I'm going to do another live stream when the 3D design deck ones get here. I have 3D design deck ones. So when those get here, I'll do a thing on them. What did you say? Hold on. I know. I really want Gemini to do another A319 in the Evo Blue livery for United, and then an A320 in the Evo Blue. Another Legacy Jets. This comes with a card. You can see what that is. Let me get the landing gear out real quick. Say hi if you're just hopping in. Because I see a couple people are new in here. We're opening our last model for now. If anyone wants to see any of them closer in detail, I can do that too. Just tell me which one. If not, we can do the flight simulator too. Sorry, this one's like more annoyingly packaged. I appreciate when they're super nicely packaged though, because you know they won't get damaged. All right. Let me read that. Hold on just a sec. That is an interesting life. I wonder how much money he made on that kind of stuff. You should do a documentary kind of thing. And more of a like thing. What? No, I should not do an ASMR. That is not this kind of thing. You would have to pay me for that. If you want to pay me super, I'll do an unboxing ASMR. Yeah, Airplane Guy 64 ASMR. Okay, this is our last one. LL 747 400 with the old livery. I need to get the LL 747 with the current livery. That's one I've been wanting to get for a long time, and I never ended up getting it. I want the one with the plane tag, so the piece of the plane. LL 747 400. This one is a cool livery. I got the 707 in the same one recently. This one's pretty cool. This is a Legacy Jets, and it has the card with it that gives you the stats of it on the back. So that's pretty cool. Okay, bye, Supra. If you want to see any other ones, let me know. Like I said. But with that, okay. We have 7 people in here. Let me know if we should do Flight Sim. Should we do Flight Sim now? It'll be a second because I have to move all the models out of the way. Should we do Flight Sim? If so, I'll get it started up. Should we do Flight Sim? Okay, bye. Alright. Thank you guys for hopping on. Yep, everyone is leaving. Actually, I might leave too. I just realized I have something to do. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, what is it? 9 o'clock there already? Oh my gosh. Well, have a good night. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna sign off. Hope you enjoyed this. Watch out for other live streams. I may or may not do one a little later. So thank you guys so much for watching.